Hi everyone, this is Jessica Hill and I chose to conduct my textual analysis on the art of learning leadership. Leadership is a role that will always be important throughout the progression of time. We need effective leaders in order to strategize, be competitive, and improve. The traits which an effective leader embody are not necessarily characteristics which one is born with, but instead may be acquired through a simple study of what makes a leader effective. Throughout this presentation, we will start out with an introduction. I will take you through the methodology used to conduct the study. We will explore some textual analysis and go through some findings and implications of those sources listed. And we will do a final conclusion of the entire study. Effective leaders are not just born with it. It is not simply in their genes. They have to work at it. The methodology used to conduct this study was ideological methodology. I use this method because the dominant ideologies for what makes a good leader are going to be pretty much the same across the board. Through having vision, determination, integrity, good communication, and support, leaders are able to adapt to any situation and overcome whatever obstacles they face. We will start the textual analysis with a clip from The Office featuring some leadership tips from Michael Scott.
I told Dwight that there is honor in losing, which, as we all know, is completely ridiculous. But there is, however, honor in making a loser feel better, which is what I just did for Dwight. Would I rather be feared or loved? Easy, both. I want people to be afraid of how much they love me. And I think I proved that today at the dojo. Typewriter torture! Sensei! Typewriter torture! No! Typewriter!
What, you may be asking, did we actually learn from that clip? According to Business News Daily's article, 8 Michael Scott quotes every leader should live by, there actually was a very valid lesson there. The lesson, according to the writer, as a leader, you have to find the right balance between being liked and being respected. Sure, that's not exactly the sentiment Michael was trying to convey when he was explaining his leadership style, but he does have a point. Being a scary boss isn't the best route to take, but being a lovable boss with no backbone isn't any better. A little bit of both, however, can make a great leader. Similar to this idea, another lesson from Michael Scott that was not in the video is you need to play to win, but you also have to win to play. This was one of Michael's 10 rules of business, and on first read, this quote doesn't really make much sense, but if you think about it in terms of attitude, it's actually great advice. You need to participate to even have a chance at winning anything, and you also need to have a winning attitude to take a risk and try in the first place. For a show that was spoofing so many humorous examples of what not to do, Steve Carell's character is still a boss and was obviously put in that role because he does have some ideas of good leadership. The next piece of textual analysis is from the textbook Organizational Communication, Balancing Creativity and Restraint. The first point from the text that I want to bring up is how it states that habits and consistency are key. It seems that no matter how many positive messages one conveys, the main thing people remember is the negative. There will always be challenges, so it is important for leaders to remain calm and collected on a regular basis and develop the necessary skills that will be sustainable over time. The next is the idea of a fundamental state of leadership. While we can learn many tricks of the trade while watching other leaders, we ultimately want to make the role our own role, so that we're not just copying everything that somebody else did. We're really making it our own. We all have the ability to do this if the will and the heart are there. And the next idea from the text is the idea of open communication relationship. There's evidence to suggest that having a positive in-group relationship with one's supervisor leads to better integration into important social networks. Think about leaders who you've known personally. They have a way of making you feel special whenever you connect. It's that additional connection that can oftentimes be the determining factor with how much faith you instill in them. One academic article used in the textual analysis is Welcome to Leadership 101 from the Journal of Continuing Education in Nursing. While this article was meant for those in the nursing field, it clearly is relevant to anyone who is interested in perfecting their leadership skills. The 5 core practice areas that are necessary for leaders are model the way, inspire a shared vision, challenge the process, enable others to act, and encourage the heart. These ideas are clearly not solely for those in the nursing field, but for anyone seeking the challenge of developing their leadership skills. We can see specifically how important these practices are in the field of nursing, as it could come to save lives, but they are also equally important in the world of business. Next, we have a clip of the 1985 cult classic Goonies, which portrays Mikey and his acquired leadership.
Chester Copperpot! Don't you guys see? Don't you realize? He was a pro! He never made it this far. Look how far we've come. We got a chance.
Chance at what, Mikey? Getting killed? Look, if we keep going, someone's really gonna get hurt. Maybe dead. Besides, we gotta get to the police.
Maybe Chunk already got to the police.
Maybe Chunk is dead.
Don't say that! Never say that! Goonies never say die!
I'm not a Goonie. I wanna go home.
I forgot. But still! Don't you realize? The next time you see Sky, it'll be over another town. The next time you take a test, it'll be in some other school. Our parents, they want the best of stuff for us. But right now they gotta do what's right for them. 'Cause it's their time. Their time. Up there. Down here, it's our time. It's our time down here. That's all over the second we ride up Troy's bucket.
Throughout this clip, we see how Mikey was able to deliver the kind of speech necessary to bring vision to his group of fellow Goonies. It's so important for good leaders to be able to communicate their message and their vision to their supporters. We also see throughout the movie that Mikey has the ability to enlist the right candidates for the right jobs. When he needs something technical handled, he'll reach out to Data. If he needs something translated, he'll reach out to Mouth. And if he needs something broken, Chunk is his man, such as when he needs the treasure map, but it is trapped in the picture frame. He knows that Chunk is clumsy, so he gives it to him to drop. Chunk does not let him down. He knows his friend's strengths and weaknesses and is able to play off of those in order to have the whole group make it through the treasure hunt and survive through the end. In conclusion, when we recognize the important traits that shape effective leaders, we also recognize the qualities that we ourselves are able to put into place in order to make a difference. We need someone to recognize the ideas that are important to us and lead the way towards bigger and better ideas. That someone could very well be within us. I hope that this presentation has inspired you to perfect your leadership skills and to take a stand for what you believe. This concludes this presentation. Thank you for watching.